Okay, let's talk about planning that viewing trip. You are keen to buy a house in France. You are looking at a timescale you want to move, whether it's a holiday home or full time. What's the key things to do when planning that trip? The first thing to look at is area. So we're going to talk about that first, but let's go into the bits and pieces, stage by stage, planning the perfect viewing trip, which will help you get the most out of it, help your agent get the most out of it, and ideally, more importantly, help you find the perfect property in a reasonable timescale and in the area you want it. My first huge tip is location and area. France is a vast, vast country, as you know, and people often come here on a viewing trip without an area in mind, without a town in mind that they like, and it can take a long time. You might be viewing just 2 properties a day because they're so far apart. You might have to work with 3 or 4 different agents because you're looking in such a vast area. So a big tip I give all my buyers, and I deal with a lot, is to find an area you like, find a town you quite like. That town might be the one that you're going to use the most. You might not live in the town, but you're going to be near it, and that's going to be your main point for facilities. Find a town you like, be settled with that, be happy with that, and then look within a maybe 10k circle of that town. Let your agent know that's your buying zone, that's your buying area, and it'll be much easier to help you find the right house, and you'll find it quicker. Buying the right house in the wrong location will mean that you're probably going to end up moving in 2 to 3 years, or selling that holiday home and buying another one. So try and make sure you get that location perfect. If you can come to France for a few months to spend time here and look at different areas, even better. If you can't, research towns. What does a town need to give you? Does it need to give you a station, a hospital? What does it need to give you? Focus on a town that you like, and then focus within a 10-kilometre circle of that town. It will make your whole buying process a lot easier. The process is quicker, easier, and easier to find a house, and easier for the agent to help you. So try and identify a key area you like first. Agents. Which agents do you work with in France? Most agents in France are self-employed. Some do it full-time, some do it part-time. They'll all be affiliated to a brand. I'm affiliated to the Beauvillage brand. I'm based in Bellac in the Haute-Vienne, but we have agents right across southwest France, nearly 200 of them, so we can help you any of those areas. But work with an agent that you're going to be happy communicating with, communicates well and quickly. There's nothing worse than trying to book viewings with an agent and you're trying to get the date sorted, the time sorted, and that agent's not coming back to you. That's going to make it very difficult to plan that trip. So talk to one that communicates well. More importantly, communicates how you want to. A lot of our clients now prefer to communicate on WhatsApp. Once they first registered, they want that quickness and speed of WhatsApp. Some prefer just email. Some like a good old telephone call. But make sure you work with an agent that works how you want to work, and one that knows their area, can give you all the information on the house you want to view, everything you want, reports, FOSS inspections, everything you need to see about a property. Make sure you're getting that. You need to make sure that house is right for you and fits everything you want it to fit. But an agent that works and communicates quickly and in the language you want to work in, if that's better for you as well, that will make everything a lot easier for you and make the process a lot quicker and smoother. If an agent's taking ages to get back to you, it's going to make it very much more difficult. Okay, the house you want to buy. There's many types of houses in France. In rural France, you're looking at barn conversions, older style houses. In the town, you'll still have older houses. You might have more townhouses, and a lot of the towns have a more modern part as well. What do you want from that town, but more importantly, what do you want from the house? You will have a list of must-haves, and must-haves are the key things you can't compromise on. Now that could be things like near a hospital, walking distance to the town, a school for the children, certain facilities you must be near. You must need to be able to walk to the town. They're the key things you won't compromise on. Size of the garden, things like that. But if there's some things you can compromise on, make sure you tell the agent, what can you compromise on? What is not so important for the ideal house? It might be, actually, we could accept a smaller garden if the house is better. Or if we can drive to the station, that will be okay. Give the agent, these are things we must have. So he's only going to show you property with the things you must have. And the things you can compromise on, he can switch in and out then. The agent he or she can change in and out of the things that might have what you want. In total, might have some of the compromises you have to make to get the ideal house. But don't set in stone that you won't compromise, because there's a big wish list when buying in France. Everybody wants different things, and the list can be 20 boxes to tick. It's highly unlikely you're going to get that 20 box tick house. You will have to compromise on something. So let the agent know what you can compromise on and what you want from the house, and they can make sure that when you're viewing the right ones, so we are not wasting your time. The viewing trip itself, when planning the viewing trip, it's key to maybe contact the agent with the ones you'd like to view about a month before. Not before that, because some of them might sell and that might just confuse the whole situation. So 3 to 4 weeks before your trip is due, contact your agent on whichever contact form you're using and give them the idea of the properties you want to view, the ones you've seen online with that agent, ideally the reference numbers, because that'll make it easy to get them booked. And then that agent can start working on a viewing trip, working on the days you're here to maximise the days, not just show you the houses, but a good agent will show you the town, where things are, what's good in the town, just everything about it, so you feel comfortable with the town as well. So it becomes a bit of a viewing trip of the town as well, not just the house. But yeah, no more than 3 or 4 weeks before, send them the reference numbers and everything you want to view that's with the agent. They can plan the trip that works best for you to maximise the days. Seeing no more than 3 to 4 a day, really. Seeing more than 3 or 4 houses a day because of the space that between some of them. You want to be able to go back at the end of the day to your accommodation and remember the houses, but make sure the agent gives you a brochure when you view the property, and you can make notes on that brochure as you're going around, and you can look at that brochure when you get back to your accommodation. So it's important you have one of those as well. But yeah, just give the agent time to sort it out. If something sells or you see something else on the website other than the ones you sent through, keep them updated constantly, right up to the day before you're coming, so the trip can be planned, and make sure the agent a good week in advance has sent you the dates, times of where you're viewing and also where you're meeting. Some houses you won't meet at the house. You might meet at the local mairie office, something like that, or in the office of the agent. So it's important you know the meeting points for each one, and don't try and view too many in one day, because that can really make the mind go a bit tired and it becomes hard work. So 3 or 4 days perfect, and just make sure you get all the information on every house when you view it and take it from there. If you're thinking of making an offer when you're here, so you want to make an offer on a house once you see one, which it would be great when you're on a viewing trip, save you coming back again. Another tip with viewings is if you've seen a couple you like, try and do a second viewing that trip before you go. Try and leave a day at the end to do second viewings. But if you want to make an offer, if you're buying cash, make sure you bring proof of funds with you. Passports as well, proof of funds, bank statement, something like that. If it's in a pension account, details of that account. If you're borrowing money to buy it, details of the loan, confirmation you've got the loan, because that would help us get the offer agreed for you. And when offering on a property, if it's the right house for you, I know there's a lot of people saying in France, you can make 20% lower offers and things like that. Yes, you can, but we don't want to insult the seller. We want to have a good relationship with the seller. And if it's the right house for you, it ticks as many of those boxes as possible, ticks more boxes than any more have seen, offer pretty much what they want or within the region of the asking price. Don't haggle over 3,000 or 4,000 euro to lose the house you want. If it ticks a lot of your boxes, which is hard to find in France, that's the one for you. Don't haggle over it. Put the offer to the agent, let them talk to the seller about it. There might be some to and froing coming back and forth with renegotiation, but we'll get there in the end. But bring the evidence you need to provide your purchase funds, because that'll make it a lot easier for the agent to get the deal done. But it's just easier. We've got everything we need. We can get it done for you there and then on that trip. So, to summarise, plan your area. Choose an area, choose a town. Then search houses within 10 kilometres of that town. Much easier for you and the agent. You'll get more out of the trip. Work out what type of house you want. Make sure the agent knows what type of house you want, what it needs to have, where it needs to be near. Make sure if it needs to be near a town, walking distance, rural, more land, fields, big garden, whatever you want, make sure they know that. The must-haves are important, so the agent knows you can't compromise on those. But if there's any you can compromise on, tell him that as well, because there might be another house he or she's got, that is perfect for you, but maybe misses one of the points you want. But you don't want to not see that one, because that might tickle many more of your boxes, so make sure you do that. Work with an agent that contacts you quickly, communicates well on the forum you want to, be that WhatsApp, whatever. Make sure they're coming back to you quickly. If an agent's taking ages to come back to you, it's going to be quite difficult to work with them when the process starts. And make sure they're talking a language that can help you. And an agent will also translate documents for you. It's very important to me when I deal with clients that anything they're going to sign, I make sure they get it in English as well. Obviously, you're going to sign a French version because we're in France, but it's important to me that they get an English translation so they know exactly what they're signing. And make sure you get all the reports for any house you want to view, so you can make an informed decision when you're viewing them. When you're doing the viewing trip, make sure they get the details 3 or 4 weeks in advance. Give them the reference numbers, they can book them for you. They'll plan the trip, make sure you know where you're meeting for each house, where you're meeting the agent. Is it the house? Is it the office? Is it at the local mairie or somewhere in the commune? It's important you have all those details a good few days before you arrive, so you're not getting here and panicking. When making the offer, bring proof of funds or something with you if you're looking to buy on that trip, whether that's a bank statement, mortgage application proof, an agreement in principle or a loan application, something you've got to confirm you've got the funds. When you make an offer, that'll be much easier for us to get it agreed if we can say we've seen evidence of the funds. It makes it easier for us. And when making that offer, if it's the house for you, don't quibble over 3,000 or 4,000. If you found the house, there's a lot of houses for sale in France. It's a big area. If you found the one that ticks a lot of your boxes, don't quibble over 3,000 or 4,000 euro. Get it agreed, tie it up, and let us start the process of getting you moved into your perfect home. Viewing trips can be great. They can be good fun. It's important you see that the agent shows you the towns, drives around the towns, not just the houses. Don't view more than 3 or 4 a day. 3 ideally, a couple in the morning, lunch, then 1 in the afternoon. Winter viewings is great because you get to see the house at its complete worst. You'll see the driveway, you'll see the drive up to it, you'll see everything that's going on. If there's any leaks, they'll be clearly visible. So winter's a great time to view. Autumn and winter are good. But just give the agent as much information as you can, but work with one that's going to work with you in every way you want. But enjoy the trips, plan them in advance, not too far, a month is enough, and let the agent help you find your perfect home. And if you want to come to Beau Village in Bellac, in the Haute Vienne, my details will come up at the end, and I'll gladly show you around whatever we've got. And if you need any advice on buying or selling at all, please get in touch. I'll be delighted to help.